Well, I'm here with Joanna Cassidy, star of Uppercut. How you doing, Joanna?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, not bad. I guess we'll just start off. What brought you to this project?
I have friends in Germany that introduced me to Torsten and Louis, and I just adored them as a couple, and I loved their ideas, their excitement about the project, and I thought I'd like to do something where I'm in a ring. It's a part I've never played before. It should be unique and different, and I said, yeah.
What are some things that kind of excite you about being an actor? Like you get a script in front of you. What's the thing that's gonna say, yeah, I want to do this, or that no, I'm gonna pass on this one?
Um, I I always look for something that is not trite, that is not, typical. So I look for the unusual character or a script that has a twist to it that's different, that will make people pay attention and think about something after they leave the theater.
Yeah, and then like so once you get the script and you get hired on, you're on the movie set. What kind of sort of collaborations do you have with the other actors? Like as far as like you'll have certain movies where one person's just kind of by themselves, and then you get like ensembles where like a bunch of people get to kind of bounce off of each other. I'm guessing that probably gets a lot more energy from the actor than someone working by themselves, for instance.
Well, by all means, but it depends on the money that's being put into it. Depends on how much time you have. It's great to become friends with other actors because the more you're around each other, the more you hang out, you trust each other, and it's all about acting is all about trusting. It really is. You have to know that you can put your vulnerabilities, so to speak, your being into their hands, and they're going to catch you.
Yeah. So like what's some because you've been at this for a while and you've done a bunch of stuff. What's some kind of tools that you've learned like say that you can bring to Uppercut that you wouldn't have been able to tools you wouldn't have had early on in your career?
Well, I mean, first of all, I was in a boxing ring for 2 years training with a lightweight champion, so I knew about the boxing world. I mean, that was a while back, but I love things that are physical. I love because physical acting just for me it takes nothing. That is not a problem for me. I love stunts and I love to play physically. I like to interact physically. Somehow it's less difficult for me than an intellectual piece. I don't know. Uh, I don't
Are
have.
there
uh,
certain roles or certain bits of acting that you're kind of like we don't really need to do this? Because I obviously like the physical parts, but like are there other parts where you're like I guess I'll play this role again, but you know.
Well, sure. I mean, when I worked with Gene Hackman a couple times, Gene used to always say, "God, I love working on a stage." And I said, "That's the last thing I like working. I like to be outside. There's something I relate to with getting the natural elements rather than being so fussy about a lighting and a thing and the quiet and blah blah blah. I like the energy of the outside and through my lifetime there have been times I've taken parts just simply because it's necessary. But I've been very fortunate to do really different things. I've died a lot of times in movies and television. I've been killed horribly. I was even killed by my brother in a TV movie. So, you know, uh, I guess that's kind of interesting. I just like to do things that are interesting and unique.
Yeah. And so we're coming up on the Oscars And you got the one person who's going to win the Oscar, but I'm not an actor, so I don't know how to judge that properly. But you, as an actor, like if you got like two people that are neck and neck, what gives the secret sauce that's going to give someone the edge over uh the other person from your perspective?
I think that's how committed they were to actually being in that character. Because there are a lot of characters that actors can play where they do it, they can say the lines, they can have the clothing that makes it right, that makes it applicable. But I mean, I keep, whenever I talk about this year's Oscars, I keep going back to The Brutalist and Adrian Brody. I haven't seen a performance like that for years. It's just that, the opening scene where he comes in and meets up with his friend that he hasn't seen in years. Just that blew my mind. And I met Adrian after I went to the screening. I said, "Man, I said you're going to win the Oscar with this. That's it. It's a dead giveaway. You're going to win. This was such a brilliant performance." But I do really think that it's all about commitment and how much you give it, and no fear, no fear going in. You can't. You have to get rid of all that stuff. You're there. You are that person.
Yeah. Well, Uppercut will be in theaters on demand on digital February 28th. Guess we'll just leave with this. If you could give us a movie recommendation, what's a movie that you kind of champion that not a lot of people have seen? Like this one's really good and no one really talks about it.
Um, yes, there is one. That was done by Viggo Mortensen. It's called The Dead Don't Dance.
All right.
And I loved that film. I'm sorry that it kind of got overlooked. There's also a couple foreign films, The Girl with the Needle, and the other one, The Fig and the something or another. It's got the word fig in it, but it's there. Those are three movies that were extraordinary.
All right. Well, Joanna, thanks for joining me, and congratulations on Uppercut, and hope everyone goes to see it.
Okay, I hope so too. Thank you.
All right. Thank
Yeah.
you.